is back. But this time, he's looking for a missing child. A golden child.
This child is special, Mr. Giraud. His destiny is to save the world.
And it's your destiny to seek some serious psychiatric help. Can I ask you boys a couple of questions?
By the time he finds you, it will be too late.
Hey. In my pocket, there's a whole thing of Tic Tacs. Take as many as you like. Please.
I could destroy you just like that.
Just like that. You're wonderful. Nobody be alarmed. I'm Ralph Chandler, Gyro American, stolen artifacts, mindless of America.
He was irresponsible.
A bed? Is that a bed?
He is a careless, thoughtless, undisciplined fool.
I should be punished. I should be purged. I should be flogged.
You are the chosen one. You will find a child.
Well, I do my best. I'm so afraid of the dark.
I really don't like your attitude.
You know, this is a nice jacket. It's a Morris Day feel, and it looks good on you. And the boots, smoking.
He's got a firm grip on reality. Where he's going, he'll need it.
How'd you do that? What was that with the flip?
You must carry this glass of water without spilling a drop.
Who are you, Monty Hall now? There's a piece of cake!
Eddie Murphy is the chosen one.
Well, how many people have survived this test?
None.
None!
The golden child.
None!
Well, nothing beats good classic 80s movies like that one. Like the cover says, Eddie Murphy is the chosen one. Golden child. Excuse me, I got stuff in my nose. Those of you who watched this movie a long time ago, you pretty much know this is one of the greatest films out there in 1986. I got to rewatch this again. It was a pretty good film. This DVD was released in 1999. So this DVD is already 26 years old, and the movie already is like 39 years old. So this one has a simple story. It says right here in the back of the cover, as the chosen one, Murphy's on a madcap mission to save the golden child, a youth with mystical powers who then be captivated by an evil cult. He battles a band of super nasties, scrambles through a boogie trap chamber of horrors and treasures, Tebra to be trained a Shadow Dagger, but it's Murphy's wind that turns out to be sharpest weapon, and it is 24 karate. I think it's supposed to say karate comedy adventure. Which is true that the movie is pretty funny and has some action, horror, and all kinds of that stuff since it came out in the 80s. It has like some famous actors that are not around anymore, like Sharon Orvis, Charles Dance, and I'm going to look on the phone who else is on there because that's the only cast I've seen. Sorry about my itchy nose there. This is one of the greatest films they ever did in 1986. There's like a bit of stop motion of Silicon dancing, gets squashed by the main villain. And the villain, I can't think of his name, but he was in other great films back in the day. And there's like this lady that's like part snake. Again, this guy into the place called Hell, which I am not allowed to show whole clips of the movie, which you only get to see the trailer of it. But I do know this. They have to save the Golden Child before it's too late. And it has like Frank Welker in it talking to the so-called thing it's called in the trailer. I'm not kidding, that's what it says at the end credits. The Golden Child is a stupendous film, being a comedy relief film. And they had to use like the special dagger to take on the wicked evil one. Let me just look on the phone real quick. Who are the people on there? Oh yeah, I was right. Charlotte Lewis is the love interest. And the Golden Child is played by J.L. Rolte, who is actually female. Which I at first thought I was a boy, but a female actor. I'll talk about a few actors. There's James Hong, Victor Wong, which is the old man from the Karate Kid movies and the Ninja Kid films. R.I.P. for him. Pierre Karong, and so on and so forth. Lots of actors are in it and no longer around anymore since that came out so long ago. This film was released in 1986, which you already know that, but you don't know what date it started, which I'm looking that up right now. Sometimes I do talk about most old 80s films. Not all the time, but most of the time that these films are pretty stupendous back in the day. It's directed by Michael Ng, who probably did other great films back in the day. It was released in, well, I'll show you on the phone, on December 12th, 1986. So let me check on the director, Michael Ng, film director, who sadly kicked the bucket back in a long time ago. He probably worked on some other films before his unfortunate death. He directed Downhill Racer, Prem Cut, The Lint Smile, The Bad News Bears, which is a pretty good one, and so is a remake. Pretty tough. The Bad News Bears Go to Japan. I did not know that it existed. And Almost Perfect for Grab, blah 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 blah. Let me just finish talking about the movie. This one is pretty simple to say that Eddie Murphy has to take on the evil one. And by destroying the child and bring forth evil. And they actually used like great special effects back in the day in 1986 next to like great films like The Terminator or Poltergeist. You didn't use like oversized puppets and other things. And just to make it like a stupendous film back in the day. I mean, those of you who watched Golden Child before you, it's a pretty stupendous film. All that his job is to save the Golden Child from the monster himself. For wickedness. And cranes the earth to its doom. So yeah, there's really not much else to say about the Golden Child film. It's pretty a straightforward film. It's glorious. It did make me laugh a couple of times. It's an interesting film. It's like one of those kind of films that you want to enjoy watching a couple of times, over and over again. But maybe like a few more times just to let it all out. it kind of stands out to other old 80s films. I do love talking about most likely Eddie Murphy movies, just most of them. The closest one I have to talk about is the original Disney's Haunted Mansion. Eddie Murphy does his best being funny and not over the top, but most of the time does his acting pretty well. Oh, he was pretty good on there. He was great actor. I find him excessively pretty good on there. He's just doing his thing, being his actual character, being hilarious, and becomes like a detective cop guy. It's pretty good standard film. The cast members are pretty good too. They're doing their best, making the film entertaining nonetheless. You know, the henchmen and try to make sure entertains the golden child. And with his tricky toys and all that stuff. I kind of miss the good old days where most movies use actual puppets instead of CGI effects. But nonetheless, the film was, a stupendous film. Well, you know what I'm trying to say. It's, a glorious film. I find it a pretty good 1980s movie I've ever watched. It's only like an hour and 33 minutes of it. So it's not super long. It's an okay, great film. And to put in your collection. If you want to watch on the old classic VHS tape, or watch on DVD or Blu-ray, it would be like a fair price for like $20 on eBay or online. You just have to know when to enjoy this film's classic cast of characters and its amazing effects that takes place in whatever state it's from. I'm gonna say Florida. The back of the cover doesn't say what country it takes place, but he does go to that cold place at the snowy mountains. Tibet, that's what it's called. That's how he gets a dagger from surviving those boogie traps and all that stuff, but I will not give too much away. Those of you who want to watch the movie for yourself, you have to watch it for yourself, how it was great back in the day. Anyways, I'll see you all next time. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think about this stupendous 1986 movie. And those of you who watched it back in the day, and you will love to rewatch it again twice or 3 times. Thanks for listening. Goodbye for now.